Hi, my name is Allison Moyer. I'm a 26-year-old figure competitor from Lancaster, Pennsylvania, and I'm here this weekend in Cleveland, Labor Day weekend, doing the 2010 IFBB North Americans. So this will be my third time doing this show. Obviously here for a pro card, as we all are, but ideally I would like to crack the top five. Puts myself in a really good position for nationals, which I'll be doing on October 16th in Atlanta, Georgia. What I really like about figure is the personal challenge that I feel that it gives me. I've always been the type of person who works better when I have a goal, when I have structure. I love the intensity of the training. I like the intensity of the diet in its own satanic way. I really like the mental preparation that has to go into something like this. I love that it takes just as much mental strength to do a contest as it does any kind of physical. So I think that's really what I like most about the sport. And I've been competing since I was 20. I did my first NABA show. That was my first show when I was about 20 years old. My first NPC show in 2007. So I was hooked from the get-go and kind of been at it ever since. And getting ready for this show, I really changed my training a lot over the last couple of months. I noticed that partially because I've been lifting for so many years, I was getting fairly big and bulky for what they would consider to be the ideal figure physique. So I really changed my training a lot. Started doing a lot of plyometric training, a lot of track work, a lot of sprint work, a lot more high intensity types of training that I would do if I was an athlete as opposed to just a bodybuilder. And of course, I'll have to get my hardcore weights in there because I love to weight train. I started out doing 2 50-minute cardio sessions a day, but by the end of this prep, I was only doing 30 minutes a day, so that was definitely a bonus. Personally, I think that this is the best that I've ever looked. I feel like I really have my shape down, my symmetry down. I'm still lean and hard, which is just a look that I prefer. I don't like to look soft. I don't like to look like I didn't train. So I like looking a little leaner and a little harder, but I definitely came down in size a lot. This is the lightest I've ever weighed for a show. And I love how I feel and how I look at this stage in the game. Minus being hungry and not having a lot of energy. I absolutely love, my reflection in the mirror. It's like a visual affirmation of all the hard work that I've put in over the last couple of months. So it's just great to be able to look in the mirror and actually see a huge difference in your physique and know that you're the reason that there's that difference. So that's a huge personal affirmation for me. So I love the way I look right now. You actually have to get more from it than just the competing aspect of it because the sport is so subjective, and I've been everywhere from 5th to 16th in a show. So you can't just gauge whether or not you've done a good job by how the judges reward you. You have to be able to look in the mirror and know that you look good and feel that you look good and know that you worked your hardest, and you have to find a personal sense of satisfaction and empowerment in that as opposed to just always looking to the judges for affirmation because you may not always get it. You may not always get it.
Do you get anything from the fans?
Oh yeah. I love the fans. I mean, some people do, some people don't. I love them only because it's really nice to get positive feedback from people about what you do. I don't think the general public has a solid understanding of what competitive athletes, bodybuilders, figure girls, fitness girls, I don't think they know what we go through on a day-to-day basis or how much time consuming, this kind of preparation is. When you're thinking about doing 2 50-minute cardio sessions a day, I'm just using my own prep as an example, and then weight training on top of it, plus all your food prep time, and you got to take your food everywhere, and it's your whole life revolves around building your body and wanting to shape your body in a certain way. And you need somebody to look at you and give you feedback for that. Just like, writers want to know that they wrote a book that speaks to somebody, or music artists want to sell a CD that people buy and respond to. Competitors want to build a body that causes a reaction in people. You want people to look, and you want people to compliment you or say something or ask questions or inquire because it means that you're doing something right. So I love the fans.